We're back. We ain't been back in a minute, but we back. God, so much has happened since we've been gone. I just know the last time I was on here, I was telling y'all I was gonna have a different setup. I was trying to get my setup all working today, and I cannot figure it out. So we're gonna never mind what happened earlier. Let's talk about what's going on today. Let's talk about what's going on today. So today, I was looking at some interesting things. So I live right on like pretty much the border of Minnesota. Y'all even know what's going on in Minnesota? Man, it has been insane. We got stuff going on in Minnesota. We got the president over here talking shit. We got Venezuela over here talking shit. It's a lot of shit fucking blowing up. But the only thing that ain't blowing up is fucking Venezuela, apparently, goddamn it, because, bro, I don't know. They've been talking mad shit. The United States been talking mad shit. We're got to see what happens. I heard we're going to war. I don't know what the hell's going on, like, half the time right now. I've got so much going on myself. But let's get down to the nitty and gritty. So, first on the agenda today, I was sitting here, and bro, I'm so sick of this cold, bro. I go outside, I'm like, it won't be as cold as it was yesterday. It feels just as it was almost yesterday. But yesterday it was worse, and then the day before that was 2 times worse. I feel like, I don't know, yesterday it was like the worst day of the whole winter so far. Like, for weather, for like how cold it was, yesterday was it. Yesterday was colder than the devil's ass in a freezer. Like, seriously, I don't know what the hell was going on with that. But, bro, it was like below zero, like negative like 6. And I'm over here not excited because it's going to be like that all week. Like, what the hell is going on with that? No snow. I'm like, it's been just pretty much snow drafts. Like, we've been getting this snow that's been just already here. And it's just been getting dragged all over the place and shit. I just had to get that out. I just had to get that out because it's making me mad on how the snow wants to be. We're going to hope that maybe the snow will just chill a little bit, but I don't know. But I wanted to talk about Trump. Trump's over here going crazy, bro. Trump's over here been tweak it out. And I'm like, damn. Because first of all, I wanted to bring up the shit with Venezuela. All I know is that when I first seen it, I was like, what in the fuck? Because he was sitting there saying, oh, we got these tankers. We got all this oil. You want this shit back? Come get it back. And then I don't know if the ass was sitting there like, nah or what, but it's crazy. Hey, what's good? Edits. And then what's up, Des? I don't know. It's just so funny about the whole thing. Oh, you from Turkey? Oh shit. What's good? From all the way from Turkey? Oh. Wait, are you Turkish or are you from Turkey? That's the question. That's the question. But with all the shit that's been popping off lately, I've been over here just like trying to get a new setup for y'all. And I'm like, I don't know, because I've been trying not to be going to the podcast and all this other stuff too much, because I've been watching like old podcasts, shit from like the COVID and all that, because I've been trying to stay away from like all the main stuff right now. And where I'm from the US of the A, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the north side of the USA, where they used to put the free slaves. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's crazy with all the shit that's been going on and popping off. You from Iraq? Oh, shout out to my boys over in Iraq. What's good? How you doing? And then also from over there in Turkey, I hope you're having a good day too. And hope y'all are fucking doing way better than what the hell's going on over here. We've got a whole bunch of snow and it's not looking good for me, okay? I'm over here getting frozen like a mug and my toes are cold, okay? I'm complaining about too much. I'm just only complaining because, like I said, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to get a new setup for y'all because I'm trying to get this podcast to look professional. Like, we are doing it off a phone right now. I'm trying to get this podcast up and going, you know? I appreciate it. I love you too. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. So the shit with the Venezuela stuff, Trump taking the oil tankers and being like, come get this shit back. I just think it's so crazy. And then we got ICE coming in. ICE coming in and going absolutely crazy. I don't know if you guys have been seeing what's going on the news, but we got ICE agents that are out here that are pretty much being like, I don't know what you would want to call them, but they're more acting like prison guards, and like they're acting like America's the prison. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I've been taking it, cause lately it's been a lot of like back and forth with this whole ICE thing, cause like everybody's got a good reason to be in the United States. You know what I'm saying? And then when they don't have a good reason to take them out, you know what I'm saying? And then we over here having back and forth with this shit, and it's like, hey, look. If we could just all get together and actually be on the same page about something. Because the only thing that pisses me off about the ICE and the people is that the people are protesting, making a big deal out of some white lady that got shot. Okay? Just bring that up. Then you got instances that have happened in the past couple months that are really big deals that could make a way bigger argument on why you'd want to protest, right? On why you'd want to get together as people to go, you know what I'm saying? To bark. Or is that Tebek? But that sounds racist. Look. Only thing I'm saying is there's a lot of shit that's been going on, right? Like you got all these people that are protesting over like some white lady that's getting shot, okay? Now I'm only saying this because of the fact of it was a white lady that got shot from an ICE agent, which was completely fucked up. If you think about it, it doesn't make any sense. Why did an ICE agent shoot a white lady? If they're going out taking people and supposed to be getting them out of here, why are you over here shooting at people that are already... Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. And it sounds racist as fuck, obviously, because of the fact of the whole situation is racist. Either way you look at it, if you take somebody that was sitting there fighting with the George Floyd stuff, right, and you were to sit there and be like, oh, why were you sitting there, blah, 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 it's going to be considered racist. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact it was a black guy, and then the fact that this happened to a white woman, it's going to be considered as that, right? But nobody's can take it into consideration. How about when the Charlie Kirk situation happened and everybody was popping off about that, right? There's kids all the time getting shot, kidnapped, abducted, whatever the fuck. No protests are going on about that. And then you got like other stuff like schools getting shot up. This, that, and the third, like more important things to go protest about, including our rights that they be trying to like fuck with all the time. We have good proof of all this, yet you guys are still over here fighting for the smallest thing. Now, I'm not saying it's the smallest thing for, like the fact of it was a white lady or anything like that. That is nothing, because anybody losing their life, that is terrible. That should not happen. Like, you should not have it where anybody should lose their life other than natural causes, right? But the fact of this situation being like I feel like a lot less of a situation than the Charlie Kirk, the assassinations, all this other stuff. Why are they sitting there, you know what I'm saying, like protesting about something that just was a lot more smaller than these other situations? That's what I don't understand, because it's a fact of you guys have all these things and then you guys get together, but I am part white. I am part white. That's the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I am part white. And I'm proud. I'm proud as hell. I live in like the whitest neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I moved out from Minnesota. That's the thing is too. I'm from Minnesota. I know how it gets over there. Like with the people, the cops, to like all that. Like I used to get in trouble a lot as a kid. I moved over here so I could just like get away from, you know what I'm saying, trouble, all that, poverty. But that's another thing is too, is I come from poverty. Like I come from like where there's, shit gets hectic. Not saying that I come from the worst place ever or coming from the fucking most best place where, like, you know, it's easy, because it's not. Anywhere is hard. But it's the fact of, I know these people. Like, I like, not saying I know these people individually, but I probably know a couple of them individually. But I like, these people are making a bigger deal out of something that I can't understand, because there's so much other shit going on that they could make bigger deals out of. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we have so much in the media that's hiding so much of the real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see what's really going on, because I don't know. Coolly, we got, and I don't know. Like, I just seen the thing the other day that's saying that Trump said you can get a meal for $3. Where can you get a meal for $3? A whole meal for $3? Where? Any leg workouts for you? Bro, I'm going to say this. You're going to have to hit the squats, and you're going to have to get some good weights. Start pounding them bitches out, and doing running. Not on the machine, running outside. Helps you every time. Don't run on a machine, because the machine does not give you what you need, except for the little, like, I don't know. It's not the same as running outside. I can't explain it to my brother. He does all that workout stuff. I could probably, actually go hit up his channel. His name is Xavier Anders. Go check him out. Go check out Xavier Anders. If you want to go get some good workouts, I have them down in my page. Maybe hit the subscribe button. Go check him out. Go subscribe to him. Go check him out after the podcast. Don't go jumping into his stuff because I told you to. Just wait and then come back, you know what I'm saying, to his after you don't mind. But yeah, McDonald's don't help, but they do be hitting the spot, bro. I'm telling you, bro. They hit the fucking spot, bro. See, look, you're already going for it, bro. You're already going for it. Riley, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Go hit up my boy X to the motherfucking Blicky, okay? That's his nickname. His name on YouTube is Xavier Ander, but he's in my channel. Go check him out. He got like workouts that he's been working on, and he's like got us all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the biggest motherfucker to work out and shit. As you can tell, I'm scrawny, bro. I'm small. All right? I'm not the smallest, but I'm small. All right. I like to, keep my my little average. I don't know. This is the summer. I'm about to try to bulk up like a little bit, but fuck all that. I'm still talking about this damn shit that's going on in America. I'm over here irritated. I'm over here tired. I'm over here cold. But what the hell's going on? Also, $3 meal where? I want to know where we can get a $3 meal. I want to see this. Where is this $3 meal? I don't know where the fuck you can even find a meal that's even fucking $5 damn near. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. My whole thing is, if you're going for a healthy meal in Coonley, because we like to make meals at home. We don't like going out and eating all the time. Don't have money for all that. I don't like spending money on all that. I have bills and shit to pay. I got other stuff to be more fucking focused on. Why is the Trump administration over here saying you can get a meal for $3 and gas and everything's going down the price? Which I will say, out of everything, gas has gone down a lot. I don't know where you guys are staying. I know a couple of y'all staying over Pakistan, Iraq, stuff like that. But in America, don't know how y'all gas is sitting. Because 6 months ago, it was sitting at like $3, $4, $5 or something like that. Now we're sitting at like 2 something. That's way better. Oh, I'm talking too fast. I apologize. I'm just super excited. You know what I'm saying? I guess you can grow your own food. Yeah, that does help. But I'm talking about the Donald Trump administration had told everybody in America that you can get a meal for $3 because he's saying that he's bringing prices down, right? It pisses me off because I make a decent amount of money. I don't make the best amount of money. I don't make the least amount of money. I make good money, okay? And for me to be paying bills and all this and not see any like difference and stuff like that, except for gas. I've only seen gas go down, right? And if you were to raise your own vegetables and chickens and stuff like that, even with the cost of that, I feel like it's insane. It's still insane right now, but it is going down. See, that makes more sense because whatever clips I've been seeing, I haven't got to like actually watch the clip, except for one little part where he goes, "You can get a meal for $3," and then some other shit I can't remember. But see, that makes more sense because right now things are going down in price. Not everything, like I'm saying, but like that's another thing is why don't we protest about these fucking prices? Why don't we protest about prices of things, huh? How about we go protest about about car prices? Oh, how ridiculous some of these car prices are right now, which I know they're going down. I know they're going down. I want to be able to get me a nice truck, okay? Be able to afford the nice truck. Be able to go get my things I like without having to go, oh, shit, I don't be able to pay this? Fuck it. I'll just do that later. You know what I'm saying? It just pisses me off, bro. See, that's one thing is, though, he's a businessman, and everybody forgets that. But the one thing that they don't forget is all the shit he's fucking done. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? And that's anybody. If you do anything heinous, crazy, anything like that, they're going to get on your ass. But yes, he's a businessman. That's why I wanted Trump back. I'm going to say that. I wanted Trump back. I was sitting here. I didn't vote. Not saying I voted. But I wanted him back because the fact of we were doing a lot more better on money and also as Americans when he was in office. It was just the whole issue of everybody hating him so much and trying to get him out of the office that made it so hard for us to be able to grow as a country. Now, I'm hoping... Now, this is also another thing that sucks. Well, right. And then you take into consideration there's over like 13 billion people in the world and everybody has to feed everybody, but there's other countries that aren't even getting fed like that. You know what I'm saying? But then there's like fat people in that country that are like eating good, you know? So it's like you got to take into consideration the whole thing, right? That's why also it's so crazy all the stuff we got going on. Because like I said, we got the protest over in Minnesota. We got ISIS over here going crazy, apparently. I don't know what the hell's going on. I honestly don't. I'm going to be just saying my personal thing with this ICE situation, okay? Look, I pay taxes, right? I pay my taxes, do my things, right? But I just don't like the fact of people sitting here making it a lot more harder for ICE to go do their job. And then I hate the fact that they have to make their job a lot more harder than it has to be. Because example, if they could get these people without it being such a big deal, like if they could like be a lot more calm, collective, and like strategic about it, I feel like it'd be a lot more better situation for everybody. But since they're being so hard and like just like ignorant about a lot of these things, I don't know. I just feel like it's just causing a lot more problems than there should be. Yeah, and that's another problem though, is that since people are working on like a lot of marketing and stuff like that, online like stuff, it makes it hard for the working man. Like I work like 12-hour shifts. Example, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to just, make a little bit of extra money here, like by doing side jobs and stuff like that. I don't do any of that internet shit like that. I wish I could though. I wish I could, right? But it makes a big difference on how much I'm making, right? And if I was compared to like sitting here doing a bunch of like content online, stuff like that, and doing my job like most people do, then, actually sitting there and just like doing like, what is that? Like Bitcoin and stuff like that, like all that, marketing, whatever. I'm not a big person on that stuff. I would love to learn how to do that stuff. I've never just really had any way to like really get into it without me being fucked over. Because one time I had gone into the crypto online, whatever, fucked me over. I don't trust that. So a lot of people probably have that the same like, you know, same thing happened to them and just don't trust it, don't go through it, don't whatever. And people just, you know what I'm saying? See, that's a good point though, because when the Obama thing happened, and they were like taking people out, that wasn't that like when they were taking out a bunch of like Cubans and shit like that out of America, like. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Tabark. I appreciate that. You too, 100%. Cause man, it's hard out here, and I'm just trying to make it. But the under Obama administration, didn't they like deport? I'm pretty sure they deported a lot of um, Cubans and like Muslims and stuff like that. If I'm not wrong, because of the fact of like after the 9/11 shit, and when they were trying to get to his Obama, whatever. I think. Yeah, yeah. And that, but you got to think about how many people got into the country while Biden was in administration. Like, how many people were got into the country while Biden was under the administration? Because when Biden got into the administration, there's over 5 million people that came into America. Over 5 million people came into America. Like, I think it was under like a year or two. Like, that's insane. That's insane numbers. Like, that is crazy numbers. And now what they're having to do is they're gonna have to fucking. And I think that's why they're being so hard. I think that's why they're being so hard on people and all that. It's because since there's so many, like, since they had like such a like flush of people coming into America, and they're like, oh, we don't know who's who. I think that's why they're being so hard. All sides of the political spectrum is fucked. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the problem though, is because okay, Republicans and Democrats are like battling for two of the almost same similar things. You know what I'm saying? But like they have different objectives. They have different objectives, but they're fighting for the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It just sucks because you got like people out here that are like liberals and all that, and I don't want to say, look, I'm not trying to get like say anything crazy before I start getting big, okay? Because I'm planning on trying to get this podcast up and going. I'm trying to get you boys where we're going to be next, right? We're going to get that up there, but with the liberal and like Dominican, my bad, the Democratic Party, we are struggling as like people because like we are having no connection between each other, like where we're actually having agreements and actually being able to actually work as a country. Live in a country where there's just not a two-party system in America. You should only have two options. See, that's a problem though. We in America, you should be able to have all the options. You should be able to do whatever you want, live however you want, just be who you want. That's the whole thing is, and it's all based off religion. I feel like a lot of the fight, even between the blue and red parties, is the fact of it's religion based, and I know that sounds so like superstitious and stupid, but it's not if you look at it. Like it's really not because a lot of times, and you can tell when one of the parties that they're politically fighting for one side of religion to another, you know what I'm saying? Or they're like basing it off of, and it doesn't make any fucking sense when like we need to try to fix certain things, right? And they just go along, run wrong, see if anybody's looking, go do whatever the fuck they be doing, and then don't do anything for us. And then we sit there and be like, oh, let me kiss your feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how America really runs. Like, we sit there right now. Like, right now, we're sitting here and we're sucking each other's fucking toes, bro. Because there's people out here that are politically higher than other people because of the fact that people are favoring them. And that's a big problem because it's like we're treating people like gods and it's giving people like so much power. Yeah, exactly. Like literally, it's all based off popularity. It's all popularity contests. It's all it is. It's literally America's based off a popularity contest. See who can get the most likes. Let's see who can get the most follows. All this, and it was like that even before. That's another thing is too. Is like even before the internet. That's what the cults. That's why cults are a thing. You get what I'm saying? Like cults are based pretty much like phones almost like when you have an Instagram or like a page that has a good following on it and you have a bunch of people that are following consistently on there, that is like a cult. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is you have a base of people that are following you, that are with you, and they believe in the same things that you are saying, and they like what you're doing, so they are doing the same thing as you are doing. It's kind of like the same thing. You get what I'm saying? It's like it's so weird how like all of it's being ran right now, and we need to also just take in consideration what they're doing because they're obviously hiding stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they're hiding stuff, so we don't sit here and be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't go to work today or shit like that. There's certain things that they're doing that we wouldn't be able to understand that, you know what I'm saying, that they just fucking, I don't know. It just makes it hard because like the two parties that we have in America that are like the main parties are like the most fucked up parties. But shit, we're gonna have them though, right? But the problem is this popularity contest that we have is all based off of who the fuck we choose, and we don't even get a choice most of the time. Most of the time, the government's choosing, and then being like, we'll see what the people think. Then they just fucking choose anyways. And I mean, there's like plenty of proof of this. Like there's like JFK to like the fucking a bunch of other shit that like leads up to like where presidents, popularity contest, like people don't even know how the fuck this person even got into the whatever. Like it's all weird, okay? It's all weird. But bro, our government is the problem. Serious talk. Seriously. That's all it is. And if you want to talk about like who's like the biggest problems out of like any of these like organizations and stuff like that, it's the organizations that we don't hear about. You know what I'm saying? It's like the FBI, CIA, all that. Like, and I'm from America. I'm not gonna tell where, but like I said, I'm on the border of Minnesota. You can take a guess of where the fuck I'm at. But hey, nice talking to you too. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to come next time. I'm gonna be live next week. Check that out. But well, another thing is though is like, yeah, you want to be able to believe that you can just leave it to God, right? But then you got to realize you got to take certain things in your own hands. You know what I'm saying? I'm only saying that is because, example, fucked up. We need war. It's fucked up. We need war because as people, as in America, we are based off of war, bro. We're literally the fucking Vikings of the world right now, bro, because we literally made we made the United States based off war. We literally had fought for the land. We had fought each other for the land, and then we fought for rights, and then we fought for how much more, except we're not fighting no more. We're not fighting no more. We're not fighting people. We're not in war right now. We're not at nothing. The only thing that we are doing is that we are literally fighting each other as a country. That's all we're doing. We're literally fighting each other as a country because we're not fighting any other people. That's a big problem. And I'm only saying that because fucking people are obsessed with peace. Like, and I get it. I really do. I get it. You want to have peace so you can be able to like build and whatever, but you also need carnage. You need carnage, bro. Like, honestly, you really do, because otherwise you start falling apart. Okay, let me read this real quick. Bro, I'm from Egypt. I don't know you, and this is the first time I've ever seen you, and I don't know any of the capitals and cities of America but New York. See? I will say this. America is one of the best countries you could ever live in, ever. I'm gonna say that hands down. Like, I am so grateful I live here. But thing is, we have a lot of stuff going on right now. Since we got a lot of stuff going on right now, we're not working together as a country, right? And it makes it sucks. I'm gonna say this, it matters where you're staying in America to where it's expensive, right? So all I can see is your name is 22, so forgive me. So 22, I'm gonna say this. living in America, it's all based on how hard you work. It's all based on how hard you work. I came from, like, I'm gonna say this, crackhead parents, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up with parents that literally had us living in other people's houses, jumping around, blah, this, that, and the third, living in nothing, to where I'm able to afford to live by myself in a nice house, nice neighborhood, all that. And do I pay do I pay a lot to live here? Yeah, I pay a lot. I'm renting, not gonna complain. But it's all based on how you work, because I've been working since I got a real job when I was 18. Before that, I was just sitting here working on the streets, doing whatever the fuck, being a bum, right? Pretty much being a bum, right? I didn't get my first job until I was 18. I had my first house when I was 17, okay? It's all based on how you work in America. It's expensive, but it's just really based on how you actually want to really live. Because if you want to live good, you're going to get a good working job, or you're going to work harder to get a good working job. And that means working either 1 to 2 jobs or multiple shifts, or like you just sitting here having to live in your car until you get to where you want to be. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's there's different levels to this shit, and it's all based on how hard you want to work. And Mina, how you doing? Nice to meet you, Mina. You know? And that's how it is in America, though. And that's another big thing. That's why it makes me mad when some people don't work as hard as others. But hey, that's all on them. That's why it's so good. I mean, people are so grateful to live in America. Cause shit, I used to work at a homeless shelter, and I used to feed homeless people. So when I used to feed the homeless people and stuff like that, I used to get a lot of stories from them. And one of the things that they used to tell me is that, like, because I used to ask them all the time, like, some people I'd ask them, like, why are you staying out here? Like, you look like you're living good. You look like you're doing decent. Like, why are you living out on the streets? And they would tell me that they get checks from the government. And so why would they be sitting here even trying to get a job or anything so they could live better? And they're living off the streets, okay? And some of these people do dope, crack, whatever you want to call it, but they were doing drugs. Then you got the people over here that were not doing drugs and just homeless. They just didn't have anywhere to go. You know what I'm saying? And they just chose to live on the streets. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of based on how hard you work, But that's another thing is about, living in America. So you just got to work hard. And hey, you too, Mina. It's not. Mena? Is it Mena? Because I'm horrible with names. So hold on. Mina. Mena. So now since I got your name right. But yes, I don't know. I'm grateful to live in America. I've had a friend, or like an old friend that was like I met. I was going through like a hard time in my life, and I forgot where he told me he was from, but it was over in like Dagestan, I believe, or somewhere over there. And he was like from the worst part of wherever he was, and he was telling me a story because like I was going through it. Like I said, I was having a bad day. I was going through it, and he told me the story. He was like, "Yeah, so where I'm from, we have monkeys, and they just live all around us and stuff like that. And we used to have like people coming to our village, like raid our village with like guns, machine guns, AKs, whatever you think of. And he would just say this is just a daily occurrence. So like he was just so used to it. And one day he was sitting there, and one of like the old villager guys was sitting there eating something, and a monkey had came up and just was pretty much trying to get some food from him. And then the dude tried to like get him away, because he wasn't going to share his food, obviously how they're living. So he scurries him away, tries to, get him away. And as soon as he tried like shooing him away, the monkey got mad and started like, making noises, I guess. And then he noticed that the monkey started getting mad. And as soon as the guy looked over, the monkey had the monkey had literally jumped on apparently this guy's head, grabbed like his skull, bit into his skull, like slapped and ripped the whole part of his face off in front of this dude when he was like 5 or 6. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? And I'm thinking that I'm going through troubles over here, and this motherfucker's watching people get their face ripped off. Bro, like that's why I'm also very grateful to live in America. right? Like, I'm very grateful to live in America because of the fact that I don't have to deal with shit like that. You know, shit, I get shot at. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't sitting there getting my fucking face ripped off by a goddamn monkey. Okay? Now let's just bring that point up, all right? That's why I wanted to bring that up, because it's the fact of I don't live like that. Okay? I don't have to sit here. There's people out there that live, I don't know if this is whatever. People have to live with polar bears. I don't know if that's true. I don't know how true that is. But there's people out there that live with polar bears. You know how scary polar bears are, bro? I'm terrified of polar bears, but I love pandas, okay? Pandas are such cool bears, bro. Like, the fucking black and white fur on them, bro. That just the way that they have their own fur, too. That they, you know what I'm saying? And they all look the same with eyes and just, cool as hell, right? Cool as hell. But imagine, you're sitting out in the woods, right? And you hear something. And all of a sudden, you see a cute-ass panda come up. And you're like, oh, bro. It's a panda. You're like, oh, let me get some bamboo. Let me try to feed this motherfucker. And as soon as you try to get close, done. Done. You're cooked. You're cooked. You have no chance. The bear's bigger than you by like an inch. And he's sitting there mauling you, eating your fucking stomach, okay? Like, there's, you know. Ask your question. Ask your question. Just pissing me off. You know what I'm saying? Because I wish I could see a fucking panda in real life and pet it without getting mauled to death. Okay? Because they're so fucking cute, bro. They're so fucking... I love pandas. That's my favorite animal. Other than zebras, I love pandas and I love zebras. Okay? But you can't go out and live with them. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to China. If y'all can't tell. I really want to go to China. It'd be awesome. But what's this question you want to ask? I want to see what this question is. We're already about 30 minutes in live, and we're getting pretty nice little motion going. So you want to practice your English. Who is speaking? Pronunciations. For pronunciations, I'm going to say this. I am horrible at speaking English, bro. I speak English, and I don't even know how to speak English. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm horrible. But like if you take like example like can, if you do like small stuff where it's like apples, like if you do like vocabs like that, like where it's like, and you practice like you saying apples, and you just say apples. And you just try to practice the apples, you know, like practice saying words, and you should be able to. Look, English, I don't know why it is just so easy but so hard, but it is one of the most weirdest languages out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like we have like a dumbed down Japanese version. Like, I don't know, because it's like Japanese is really hard to learn. I was learning Japanese a long time ago, but like English I heard is actually hard. But I think it's just more of the pronouncing the words that you want to say with people understand what you're saying. Because like I had a friend that was from Taiwan. He could not speak certain words. Like if you told him I think it was like pear or something like that, and he could not say that because he didn't know how to pronounce like P. Like he didn't know how to say it's P, you know. And there's different words for P, you know what I'm saying? Like there's the letter P, and then there's the word P, like P as in I'm going to pee, right? Or you're gonna like I'm going to practice. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like it's like this comes from somebody that speaks English every day. This is somebody you know what I'm saying? See, yeah, and that's another thing is too, is when you got people to talk to, that's nice. You know what I'm saying? See, I be sitting here doing my own thing half the time. Like, I'm be honest. I live out in the country, so like I don't really go out as much as I would like to, but that's because like also it's It's kind of a pain in the ass for me to get anywhere right now. I can get places, but I just don't like getting places right now because everything's all hectic and all that. See, that's another thing is too. You can talk a lot, not realize that you're not saying nothing, and then the motherfucker will sit there and listen the whole time, and that's the best part because all you need is somebody to listen. Religion. I'm gonna tell you this. Um, I believe that there's some force. There's a higher power out there, but I don't know what to call it. Let's say that. That's how what I believe. I have a very superstitious belief in like God, I guess if you want to call it. But that's my religion. I have my own kind of like belief system. I will go through on my belief system sometime. I do have like my own like I want to be able to tell y'all my opinions, on everything. That's why we call it J Opinions. That's why the podcast is that. But it's kind of like I'm trying to slowly just get y'all to get to know y'all, get to know me a little bit, trying to build up a little bit because we're going to get it where we're going to try to just build this up a lot more. I'm trying to get it set up. No, I'm not atheist. No, because I believe in something. I believe in that there's a God, but I just don't. I believe God is completely different than what everybody else believes in, I guess, if you would like to say. And no, I'm not Christian. No. I Christians, they have a special part in everybody's heart. Because I grew up as a Christian, and most of my families are Christian. No, I'm not Muslim. Not Muslim. Nope. See, I'm more of like a free base, if you would like to say. Like, I don't know how to say it really. And you're Muslim? Well, hey, shalom. Right? I think I said that right. I don't know. I think that's Jewish. I don't fucking know. But no, I'm like I believe in there's like a higher power, like there's a God, but I don't believe it's what everybody says it is. Like I don't believe in the Bible. Like I believe in like I believe the Bible is just stories based off of stuff that has happened, not actual events that has happened. You get what I'm saying? So I base that off of that. And I don't know if y'all know what the Book of the Dead is, like in the Book of the Living. I want to be able to read the other book without like thinking. I don't know, cause like there's a Book of the Dead and the Book of Living, and historical facts, and the Book of the Dead is the book of the Bible, and the Book of the Living, I don't remember what book that is, but I don't know if they've released it yet, but I really want to do that. See, I don't know, like, obviously who the creator of the universe, but yeah, it's pretty much like that. It's like I believe that there's a creator of like the universe, and then like I believe there's a creator of like our world, and then I believe there's a creator of like our existence. Okay, so and I'm only saying that as in there was a chain reaction, but there's an action to every chain reaction. So there was something that had happened to get us to where we're at. And like, for example, I don't believe, okay, this is another hard thing for me to even say, because I love the whole aliens thing, but I don't believe in aliens. Like, I don't believe in aliens as being a thing of, like, what people say it is, because if you take an example, aliens are known for multiple things that are like not even from other universes or different planets. So it's kind of like, I don't know, aliens are more used for a term of literally people than actual extraterrestrial beings. Oh, God, I can't even say the goddamn word. I'm over here struggling with English, okay? But UFOs, right? Whatever. Come visit Iraq. Shit. I gotta get a passport before I gotta do that. I gotta get a passport first. I'm still trying to get around to places. I just went to Hawaii not long ago. I was gonna do a podcast out there. Didn't get to do the podcast because I got super fucking sick. I got hit with influenza. But I had hit my first plane trip for the longest time over there, and that was actually super fire. But yeah, no, yeah, I'm confused about religion. It's a very confusing thing, but it's also another thing. It's like, hey, that's the world, bro. The world is confusing, and you ain't gonna figure it out in the day. Shit, the world wasn't built in a day. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so you guys believe in that there's only one. See, that's how I feel about it. See, that's how I feel about it because, like, but when it comes to like example, like this, like, when it comes to like historical facts, it only makes sense to like be like, oh, there was only one person that technically was able to do all this and to make an existence. But then also it's another case of, then what if you had a whole race of people that made this? I don't know. We're gonna have to go hit this another day because this is a very like big touchy subject that a lot of people ain't gonna like, and I'm gonna have to like hit it, and I'm gonna have to like get it all written down because it's gonna be like a big ass like, you know what I'm saying? But yes, I kind of believe in that and kind of don't. It's kind of like, you know, little. I might have to before, you know what? Before I come on live this next time, how about this? I'll go hit learning some more about Islam, kind of, you know, learn about it, because what I was doing for a while was I was learning back to where like the Roman Egyptian days where like they were like fighting and shit like that. I loved that shit, like their formations, how they used to pretty much play that shit like football and be like, yo, go, you know, so they just charge at each other. I don't know. I just think the fights from over there are super fire and all that. Like I love history. Like that's like one of my favorite things. I like listening to history stuff and like, I don't know. I do want to hit a history podcast on here. You guys should give me some suggestions in the comments of my videos if you're watching this later on, or if you got any right now, let me know. I just want to hit some good, like, either I want to hit a good history point in a different country or in America and just try to like just do like history on that, you know. I don't know. It'd be super fire. I feel like just kind of like hit like a nice little history podcast with y'all. Um, hey, well, I appreciate that, and I wish you have peace and all that too. I hope you have a good day too, man. Cause shit, I'm over here and trying to enjoy mine, you know. And I hope you enjoying the podcast so far, man. Cause I'm trying to entertain y'all as much as I'm trying to entertain myself because of the fact that I really do like doing these podcasts and be able to get to talk to y'all. Cause I don't know. One thing is too is that like, bro, like. I be watching so many videos and podcasts and all that, and I just don't have like the same, like, obviously energy, you know. But it's hard, bro. It's hard because of the fact of I don't have like another person I can do this with right now at the moment. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, and then once I get, you know, a little bit more motion or whatever, because I was hitting the I used to do like a lot of gun videos, but after the cops kind of like fucked me a lot. I just stopped doing it. I don't want to do that no more. It's not a thing that I feel like I should be having to do to try to get views. I feel like I can most definitely get it popping by myself. But I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Mina, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you subscribing and got a lot of information about Islam. I don't know how you speak English very well. Well, look at it this way. I can probably, I don't know, how hard is it to learn like this Islamic language? I wonder if I could probably hit y'all with a couple words the next time I could come on here. I wonder. I really do wonder, because like I'd be fire. Because I don't know. I want to learn like a different language. Like I really do. Like I said, I was just telling you, I was learning Japanese, but I was trying to take a trip over to Japan. That was like 5 or 6 years ago. So like, yes, and I hope you find a nice path. You know what I'm saying? Only thing is too, you gotta find a nice path and way of like the world, bro. Because the world is just crazy right now, and you just got to find the right one to go head down the trail and start going down, cause it's a crazy place out here, man. Just all the stuff that's going on, and I don't know. I just feel like we're gonna have a lot of stuff going on here soon, cause like it's been popping off where different countries have been just getting really like big chest and just like pushing each other around. It's like shit. What's going on, really? You know what I'm saying? We need a little bit more fun. Like, why can't we have a little bit more fun? I feel like everything's just gotten boring. You know what I'm saying? Even movies and stuff. Yeah, I might have to try to learn some Arabic. You know what I'm saying? Hit the Arabic a little bit, see what's going on, see if I can learn a couple of words for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I'm at pretty much. I'm hitting 5:50. About to be hitting 6 o'clock. About to be hitting at an hour at this. Excuse me. I'm gonna be trying to keep these under an hour for now, probably, unless I got a couple of like extra things I got going on. But right now I don't. I'm just trying to get just a little bit of y'all knowing what's going on. Plus, I've been having just so much happens in my life right now that, man, I freaking like I will say I've been having a lot of stuff going on in my life. And that's why I've also was trying to get my podcast set up and all that, and then trying to deal with all that. It's been kind of like a pain in the butt, but we're kind of doing real good on this podcast, and I appreciate you guys chilling around here and talking to me and all that. I would love to visit Iraq. That was honestly fire. Oh, there was one thing I had tried from it was like a Muslim family had made some food, and it was like a greenish, like spicy food. I forgot what it was called, but it came with like even this like bread and all that. Oh, so fucking good. It was so good. It smelled bad, but it was so good that like the smell was just completely whatever. It kind of reminded me of like I don't know, like pea soup, but like it had ham in it. I don't know. It was super good. But yeah, I would love to come over and like test that out. You know what I'm saying? So food and all that. You guys got okay. Is that in the AM? Dolma? Is that what it was called? And damn, it's two o'clock in the morning for you. God damn. God damn. Oh, yes. Yes. Bro, Gustav, I've had that. I've had that. Is that an Arabic dish? See, another thing is too is that like, man, I'm like one of those people that is like, I don't know. I've known like a lot of like, like different cultures, people and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just feel like I understand some people even when they don't speak well my language a little bit better. Cause like I understand like mannerisms. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're trying to like talk or whatever. When you're trying to like explain something, I understand what you're saying, but you moving your hands or like the way you're trying to say something. Cause like like I said, I worked at a homeless shelter, and then like when I worked at the homeless shelter, there was this lady, and she didn't speak like English very well at all. And she was trying to figure out where to get food, and I had to like explain to her that like she was able to get food from the place I was at, and to kind of like like for her to explain her story, and that shit made me cry. And I might have to hit y'all with that later on, but stay tuned, because that fucking story is so sad. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, yes. God, y'all getting me hungry, bro. I'm not even supposed to be eating yet. Come on, man. Come on. See, y'all gonna make me get off the podcast, bro. All right, y'all. It's coming up to being 55 minutes on the podcast, okay? I'm just gonna give y'all a couple of whatever. This next podcast, I'm probably gonna be hitting either it's gonna be Tuesday or Monday. Tuesday of Monday. I don't know what days that is exactly for you guys. I'll be on roughly around like so since you guys are over there and it's like 1 a.m. or whatever and 2 o'clock, I'll try to hit it earlier so everybody, I can try to get a little bit more, extra people in here and all that. I'll let some people know, and then we'll try to do it. So Tuesday or Monday, about, let's say 2, 3 o'clock, we'll hit the podcast, get y'all going again. And then I'm debating, but I might be hitting it in my little podcast spot, or I might be hitting it down here. I don't know yet. We're gonna figure that out. I appreciate y'all very much. Mina and Tabark, I hope y'all have a good night and a good day where y'all at, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And then, for whoever else is watching out there, whoever is like even just watching afterwards, I appreciate you. And if you guys like the content, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Make sure you guys are knowing when I'm popping on. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.